What it is, guys, your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we're here to watch 10 craziest weapons you won't believe exists. If you guys want to check out the original video, it's in the link down below. Lego.
Hello everyone. My name is Eugene, and I'm here to introduce you to the latest in military weaponry, the Devastator 8000. Toss it at your opponents and let it cute them to death. Yeah, I'm done. Welcome everyone to a brand new top 10. My name is Matthew Santoro, and although the Devastator 8000 might seem like a strange weapon, it doesn't even come close to being the strangest weapon compared to some that are actually out there. So today, I've assembled a list of invented weapons that were either complete failures or were way more complex than they needed to be. And either way, you're gonna have a hard time believing these are out there. But they are. So without further ado, here they are. The 10 craziest weapons you won't believe exist. Number 1 is the Whirlwind Cannon. Originally designed to take out enemy aircrafts in World War II, the Whirlwind Cannon was designed by Austrian physicist Mario Zippermeyer. This weapon actually created pressurized vortexes produced by explosions in a combustion chamber that were directed at targets using a specially designed nozzle. The Nazi Party approved its creation after Zippermeyer's miniature prototype managed to break a 10-centimeter thick wooden board at a distance of 168 meters.
Damn.
The weapon's success, however, was short-lived, as the full-sized cannons could not create whirlwinds that reached anywhere near the altitude that Allied planes generally flew at. Although I hear it's really good at sending you to Oz. Or dropping a house on Hitler.
Or
Number 2 is the Bulgarian Umbrella. Developed by the Bulgarian Secret Service and the KGB, the Bulgarian Umbrella fired tiny pellets filled with a deadly poison called ricin. The instrument became famous after one was reportedly used by a KGB operative in the assassination of dissident writer Georgy Markov on September 7th, 1978. Markov told doctors right before his death that he'd been waiting for a bus when he felt a small sting on his leg. He described it much like the bite of an insect and turned to find a man lifting an umbrella and walking away. He died just 4 days later. But what made this weapon even more impressive was the ammunition itself. Incredibly small holes were bored into each pellet, filled with poison and then plugged at the end with a coating that melted at 37 degrees Celsius, the exact temperature of the human body.
Yo.
So interestingly, the weapon didn't prove fatal until the coating melted and the ricin entered the bloodstream. Okay, this one totally seems like something Q would make for James Bond. I mean, if Q was a twisted Bulgarian assassin. We don't know what he did in his free time. Number 3 is the Vespa 150 TAP. Produced by the ACMA for French paratroopers in 1956, the Vespa 150 TAP was an M20 75mm recoilless rifle attached to a scooter. Unlike a civilian Vespa, this came with totally reinforced framing and, of course, a cannon that could penetrate over 10 centimeters of armor per shot. The 150 TAP was always deployed in pairs, with one scooter carrying ammunition instead of a gun. Tell them what they've won, Johnny! This incredible machine combines all the fun of a nice afternoon ride through the town with the joy of blowing shit up Grand Theft Auto style. Amazing! Number 4 are bat bombs. Developed by the United States for use in World War II, bat bombs were designed by a dentist named Little S. Adams. Instead of one explosive, large shells were separated into thousands of tiny compartments, each one containing a hibernating Mexican free-tailed bat with a small timed incendiary bomb attached to it. The casings would then be dropped from a bomber at dawn and would parachute down, opening to release the bats. The animals would then find shelter in attics and eaves within a 30 to 60 kilometer radius, places that could not easily be reached when the fires from the blasts started. Disturbing, yet kinda genius. Of course, eventually the development of them was halted due to the amount of money needed to complete the project and the development of the atomic bomb at the same time, making these weapons unnecessary. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Before I researched what bat bombs actually were, I totally thought it was something out of Batman's utility belt.
Me too. I
Number 5 is the Dyson Le Petit Protector Ring. Holding the record of being the world's smallest functioning revolver, the Dyson Le Petit Protector Ring was originally sold in the early 19th century and was popular among gamblers. It was designed to be worn on one finger and came in 5 and 6 shot models, each firing 5mm pinfire rounds. Unfortunately, because of its small size, the burn from the gunpowder often would cause more damage than the bullet itself. Its size, though, made it quite risky. If you're going to use it while gambling, you better make sure it works. I just lost everything! Or did I? Haha! I'm sorry, please don't kill me. Number 6 is who? Me? You smell something? Created during World War II by the American Office of Strategic Services, Who Me was a stench weapon to be used against German officers by the French resistance. This spray smelled of, well, poop, and was to be carried in small, easy to conceal dispensers that the resistance member could covertly use. The idea was that if a German officer was sprayed, it would humiliate him and decrease morale in the occupying forces' ranks. Rank. However, after only 2 weeks, the experiment was labeled a dismal failure due to the extremely volatile compounds used to make it, poopy, and the fact that the smell was so strong, it would often make the person who sprayed it smell just as bad as those being sprayed. Ew, that's just nasty. Well, nothing like a practical joke to end the world's biggest war, am I right? Number 7 is the Claw of Archimedes. This ancient weapon was designed by the great Archimedes himself. Also known as the Iron Hand, the claw was used to protect Syracuse, Italy from attacks by sea. Attached to long ropes, the claws were actually grappling hooks which would lay on the ocean floor until an enemy ship passed over them. The machine would then raise the claws quickly, snagging the ship and raising it partly out of the water, capsizing it. It was kind of like the world's first claw machine game, except instead of winning stuffed animals, it drowned a bunch of Roman sailors. It worked. Number 8 is the Puckle gun. Also called the defense gun, this tripod-mounted single-barrel gun with a revolving cylinder could fire multiple times and is considered to be the first machine gun ever produced. Capable of firing 63 shots in 7 minutes, this gun doesn't really seem like it belongs on this list. Until you hear about its ammunition. See, the Puckle gun fired 2 different types of bullets according to the device's patent. Round bullets were used against Christians, and square bullets, yes, square bullets, which were considered much more painful, were used on Muslim Turks in an attempt to convert them to Christianity and thus caused less pain. That really seems like a poor argument to convert someone. I mean, who's gonna care about the shape of the bullet? You're still getting shot. Huh, he got square bullets. Oh, but you use round ones if I'm Christian? Oh, converted, look at that. Hallelujah. Number 9 is Project Habakkuk. Designed in 1941 by Jeffrey Pike to be a colossal floating island made of, believe it or not, wood pulp and ice, Habakkuk was to function as a mid-ocean aircraft carrier to help hunt down German U-boats in World War II. Why did all the weird stuff come out of the World Wars? The wood and ice material called pikelet was much more resistant than ice alone, a fact that Pike proved at a conference when he shot a piece of it with his service revolver and hit another officer with the ricocheting bullet. Project Habakkuk was ultimately abandoned in 1943 due to cost restraints, mostly over the amount of steel required to properly build the rudders and runway, and the fact that the steel was in short supply. But amazingly, it took 3 hot summers to completely melt the Habakkuk prototype, and only 30 seconds for that other officer to knock out Pike for his misfire. Oh, bitch, you shot me! Slap! And number 10, the gay bomb. This one just might take the cake as the most ridiculous weapon ever created. In 1994, the Wright Laboratory in Ohio designed a non-lethal chemical weapon that would discharge female sex pheromones on opposing male soldiers in order to make them irresistible to each other. Essentially, the plan was to confuse enemy combatants and have them conduct homosexual behavior. Yep, this was developed. Wright Lab's research into the gay bomb actually earned them an IG Nobel Prize, a parody of the actual award given for trivial real achievements, but for some reason nobody showed up to claim it. I couldn't imagine why.
I can only imagine the meeting where he'd be explaining this shit. Well, Captain, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this bomb on enemy camp. They're gonna be so busy sucking each other's dicks, they're not gonna have any room or time to fight back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to click the link down below. It'll lead you to the original video. If you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. As always, this is your boy BlastphamousHD. Twisms. That's God Jesus. Make sure to check out my prank channel. I'm uploading 2 brand new pranks every single week, as this one you see on the left. Click the annotation if you want to watch that, or look in the description where I'll leave a link for the people who are on phones. And as always, BlastphamousHD out.